Hi guys, PD here, welcome to the channel, welcome to another new video. Yesterday I got the chance to travel down to Milton Keynes to check out the brand new Universal Unreal VR mod, better known as the UEVR Injector, along with some other VR content creators. It was hosted by Alex, who did an amazing job to showcase this new mod. I do believe this is the one mod that we should all be excited for. You guys know me, I'm big into 3D gaming with Vortex, Reshade, SuperDepth 3D. This mod just blows everything else out of the water. It feels as native to VR as you're going to get in a VR mod. I'd like to give a big shout out to my good friend and fellow VR content creator Dr. Oculus for taking the time out of his day to take me down to the event. There's lots to talk about this mod and I feel like it's my duty to explain how it all works. Later in this video you're going to hear from Alex, who hosted the event, talk about the mod, how it works, that sort of thing. You're also going to see some footage of me playing games with this mod, and you're going to be able to see the menus on the screen, that sort of thing. I have been quite skeptical about this mod, and I've been mentioning in my 3D videos that it's no different to Reshade and SuperDepth 3D. I was so wrong. This is miles beyond anything that Vortex or Reshade could do. There were times where I could not distinguish that I was not in a proper VR game, and to me, thinking back about yesterday, that's mind-blowing. Lots of people have been asking about a release date. As far as I know, it depends on the feedback that we get back to PrayDog's. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we should have some news about the launch of this mod sometime before Christmas this year. Now, when you get this mod, don't just expect it to work out of the box. There's going to be a little bit of tinkering to get it set up right. As far as I know, talking to Alex, there's going to be like a default setting for certain games. So hopefully the mod should just work. For all the games I tried yesterday, he did have to tinker a little bit to get the mod to work. For example, when I played Returnal, which is a third-person game, Alex put me into first-person mode. He showed me a short tutorial using the controllers on how to move the camera so that I was in like first-person mode. This also allowed me to raise my hand and I could see my gun in my hand. Once Alex had shown me how to move the camera using the controls, I then played 2 more games. I had no problems accessing the menu and moving the camera into the right position for the game. Those 2 games were Pacer, which was very similar to like Rai-pal, and the other game was Aliens Firestorm Elite. Once I moved the camera in the right position, I was using the motion controllers to move my character. I was using my hand to move the weapon around. It was amazing. It felt like the developers had added VR support to their games. It was that good. This mod has a lot more depth than I realized. For example, you can make your main character disappear. So once you've got your camera in the right spot, if you're moving and say like your shoulder gets in the way and you can see like your shoulder in your peripheral vision, you can make that disappear but still see your gun. That was really, really cool. Also, in one of the demos that somebody was playing, they were complaining that when they moved, the camera was moving with a thumbstick. Alex went into a setting and he changed the camera to be a static camera that only moves when your head moves, and that was amazing to see. It was a simple parameter like X horizon stability or something. Throughout the day, if anybody had any problems, Alex could step in, he could solve the problem. He was a wizard, and that was testament to just how powerful this mod is. I want to mention a few wow moments for me. Returnal, first person mode. That's the first game I'm going to play when this mod's launched. I have played Returnal in 3D with Reshade, but this was on a whole new level. It felt like a normal VR game. The 3D was perfect, no artifacts. The scale, the scope and everything was perfect, spot on. And watching everyone else's reactions playing these games, you just knew this was amazing. When you see people like Gamertag and Mac in VR saying that this was amazing, the smile on their faces, the laughing, the joy, you just know how special this mod is going to be. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of tinkering with the mod, so don't just expect it to work out of the box. I'm sure there's going to be plenty of tutorials. If you're interested in this mod, no doubt you're going to be watching this video. Please, please, please do not badger the developers if you have any problems with this mod. Try to find a tutorial. Another wow moment for me was playing Pacer. That's the racing game on PC, very similar to Wipeout. Alex put me in the game. I used the gamepad again to access the menu, and I set my camera so that my head was in the cockpit. And I can remember saying to everybody in the room, this feels like Wipeout on PlayStation VR 1. It looked 100 times better with the graphics, the clarity on the Quest 3 and running on a PC. Alex had a 4090 graphics card. There were no performance issues. All the games could run on max settings. It was a fantastic experience. Alex told me that they're hoping to have like a card system where you can like pick a game, pick a card for the game, and it's going to show you the best settings for that game. He showed his games working with an Xbox controller, the motion controllers, games in 3DoF, games that work with 6DoF. The sky's the limit. I'm sure Alex told me that the mod would work on any Unreal game using the 4.1 engine or above. Most of us were there for about 4 or 5 hours and we got to see quite a few games. After a bit of tinkering, everything just worked. I really hope that the VR community and the PCVR community can appreciate what these guys have done, because it's nothing short of a miracle. Now I know people are going to be moaning and complaining that it doesn't work out the box. It took me a few seconds to get into Returnal first person mode, so get over it, watch and read some tutorials. I just want to thank PrayDog and the team and Alex for hosting the event. It was an amazing day. Thank you guys, you're doing an amazing job for the VR community. I'm going to leave you now with some footage of the day. You're going to hear Alex talking, you're going to see other people playing the games. I tried to cover as much of the event as possible. I tried to show you some of the menus, but you'll see for yourself just watching this video. So thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed the rest of the video. Please leave a like and subscribe. Be sure to my little bell, I'll see you in the next one. Keep an eye out for this mod, it's going to be a game changer. Bye.
Right trigger, or hold right trigger down, and then press X, Y and B. X, Y and B. X and then Y and B. It resets your standing height, recenters you, and it just resets everything.
I don't think you've done it, PD. You're going to do it again.
You need that as a macro.
Oh, you don't need.
Yeah, I'm in the bonnet.
Oh.
That's because you've changed the view, PD. If you press, yeah, I think if you press options, it changes the view.
Ah, there you go.
Oh yeah.
So then you got
nice. Okay.
And he's going the wrong way.
Oh yeah, this is good.
That's a perfect course for it.
Restart.
Restart, that's it. What car is that, PD?
It's a buggy, I think.
It's a buggy. It's a buggy? Suddenly went down.
It's that one. It's what is it?
Red one. Drive.
It's an off-road one. Yeah.
You can host Top Gear with that, Tom.
Okay, let's go.
Right. Let's go.
Is that how we go? Yeah, sure. This is basically just.
We're being filmed now, PD, so we need to hear your impressions of the mod.
I'm impressed already.
What's the 3D like?
3D's yeah. I can tell it's not. I can tell it's not reshape. And I can tell it's not Vortex. It does feel like a natural VR game.
Yeah.
Because you're using the proper 3D, aren't you?
Oh, it's all here, mate.
So it's not like an emulated 3D. It's proper 3D.
So compared to your previous experiences of doing this sort of thing, PD, what would you say?
This feels more like a VR game. This feels like, they say, it feels like Dirt Rally 2. And the problem with Reshape is you get lots of artifacts around objects up close. There's no artifacts. Yeah, very impressive. It's nice to feel the haptics as well in the controller.
All he does is win. Mate, sounds like a tattoo. Oh! No! PD's going to do ya!
You dick!
Use the missiles!
Don't tell me.
Oh, he's going to fucking do ya. Oh my god! You got it? You got it? Yeah!
So what's the difference between this and the native stereo then?
So, well, we've got three methods: AFR, sync sequential, and native stereo. AFR is like Luke Ross's AER,
right?
So alternate eye rendering. Sync sequential, I believe the difference is it takes into account time. I think that there's like
That would make sense.
Yeah. So it's slightly better. So it uses like the temporal stuff. So and it happens earlier. So Luke Ross grabs the image at the end of the pipeline. PrayDog grabs it way earlier.
Yeah.
So because he has temporal information, things like the upscaling, like DLSS, temporal upscaling, that works.
Because it's previously done.
Not as best, not as well as native, but that's why it seems kind of native to the untrained eye. There are some things like you can get some of that ghosting artifacts, but it does vary by game. Some games look wow, it's this thing. Some games look oh. So
that was really good reactions.
Yeah.
That should be a YouTube.
That's one thing I noticed, like there's no artifacts, like in Reshade, even though it's 3D, you still get artifacts over anything up close.
There's a ghosting fix which does fix some of the ghosting, but it can crash, and I can't remember which one crashed.
But that's the worst thing. It's like the reflections. It's kind of getting the reflection of the tree in the wrong place.
You can kind of see it on this.
Yeah, you can see it on the
Other than
monitor.
that,
Yeah.
I would say this is a VR game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does feel like a native VR game.
Because of what you're doing in this and where you're focusing, you're not going to notice.
Yeah, most of the time I'm not even going to care.
I didn't notice.
That's the thing. Most of
Because
the
I
time
was
I'm not
looking
even
for
going
it,
to
I
care.
was just enjoying the experience.
So I played One Piece Odyssey as RPG. Native stereo is like a psychological drug nightmare when you put it on. And you think this is unsalvageable in native stereo. But if you just turn off like one shader, two shaders, so this guy already had a module that turned off shade, it was like, oh, it's suddenly perfect again. So a lot of things.
It's those gradual layers that add up, and then as you start to peel them away, it starts to smooth it.
Hogwarts Legacy in native, you see all these horrible artifacts, but you can tell it's running so smooth.
Yeah.
I think Edit said there may be like 20 shaders, but because you have to look through all of them, someone would have to take the time because we're just focusing on getting it out.
How you managed to get the third person into first person? Is it just moving the camera?
Just moving the camera out.
Oh no,
It's not easy to do though, is it?
There's a button you find. Should we show you? We'll just show you.
Yeah. Somebody trying this for the first time, what's going to be the initial problem, you know, like trying the game for the first time? What can you foresee is going to be the first hurdle they need to get over to get it to work? Will it just work straight away?
Well, I mean, if you just saw what I just did, I opened Astroneer and then come around here.
Right.
Just because of the.
And you're running what graphics card is that?
4090.
4090. I might buy that before I go home.
So this is UEVR,
Yeah.
and I just picked Astroneer from the drop down, and I clicked inject
Yeah.
for the headset. All good.
Awesome.
No, it is fantastic. There's a few apps. Okay, then if your shoes clean.
It's good.
Actually, yeah.
So you just start me again.
Okay, so I just click on. There we go. New game. Oh wow, that was cool. This feels like Astro Ball. Yeah, the 3D is really, really good. I'm impressed there's no artifacts. And they feel like native VR games, don't they?
Kind of chaos.
So this is third person, and I'm going to go into first person. Next to the ship. New mission lies in the distance. Okay, yeah, so this is the third person mode. Where's Alex? Can Alex put me into first person mode?
Oh, okay, do you want to do first person?
Yeah, yes please. I don't know what I'm doing, I forgot how to
Okay,
play
so
the game.
press both sticks to do the menu.
Okay, yep.
Are you going to run out of oxygen?
Yeah, I'm going to die.
Yeah, I'm going to go back to the base.
Yep.
You get a little blue line. Okay, alright, so stop. You've got oxygen. Now press both sticks.
Yep.
Now left bumper, right bumper goes between.
Which bumper?
The left and right bumper, L1, R1.
Top ones?
Yeah, the top ones.
Yeah.
They go between the different options.
Right.
If you go down to object hook. The
Oh yeah,
bumpers.
object hook.
Yeah. Don't go too quick.
Okay.
Now go, you press B and then D-pad over to the right hand side.
Yep.
Press A. And then D-pad down to common objects.
You're the pro.
Right, there we go.
Oh, you're fine.
Common objects. analog pawn, and then we just do attach camera.
Oh wow.
You hold the right trigger.
Yeah. And then that that will that puts me into all right. And now if I go take that off. Oh no! Wow. Alex, you know when you move the camera back with the hold that and move the camera?
Yep.
Won't that affect some of the gameplay though? Because if there's a part of the game where you need to hold that down to do something.
It's only when the menu's open.
Oh right, so that only works in this.
Only when the menu's open.
Oh yeah, I've got you. Like that.
Yep.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, this is really good. This feels like No Man's Sky now.
Yeah, we've experimented a little bit with the motion controls for this, but we haven't spent too much time on it. I also quite like this with a tiny world scale in third person, but quite a far.
Yeah, looking down from above.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would need to play the tutorial again to.
Yeah, it's quite complicated. Yeah,
I forgot how to play it. I have played it flat screen, but let somebody else have a go.
Yeah.
First thing I'm going to do is Returnal. I'm going to play Returnal.
I was going to say,
I don't mind.
Returnal was on my to-do list, so if you want to...
Yeah, please. Do you know if I'm playing games like this in Reshade on I've got a 3080 Ti. Sometimes I have to turn graphics down to medium or low. How's the performance with games?
Performance.
So what's the graphics running on the?
This is pretty much max.
Is it? Oh.
But so with performance, just expect with any other native VR game, if you want to play Half-Life Alyx max setting, you need a big PC.
Yeah.
If you want to play Contractors, you're probably going to be alright. So like Octopath Traveler, Astroneer, easy to run, Little Nightmares, simple games, you're going to be fine with very low end hardware. Returnal did work on a 3060 laptop.
Did it?
Because the reason why he invited Jay is he does a lot of optimization stuff, and he's like the king of getting optimization in games. He solely plays virtual desktop as well, which I think helps a bit. But he was able to play this fine on release day.
It's not actually rendering twice, is it? Into the, I know like Reshade, you have to render. It renders it twice to give it 3D.
It's expensive, yeah. So
I don't know how Vortex works. I don't know.
I'm not quite sure, but the native stereo, because it's done at the very first part of the rendering pipeline, it's I believe it's more efficient than grabbing it later on. So if you do change the sync sequential, you will notice you need more performance.
Right.
So if you want to play with that, you will need a small overhead. But thankfully, I haven't checked the spreadsheet recently, but most games recently we've been trying are working pretty well with native. Or it's just that we've got so used to ignoring problems.
Yeah.
We're just doing controller return right now.
Who's that?
Who's that? Somebody needs all the food.
Does it look amazing or what?
It's certainly a great world to
I'd have to
be
look
in.
at it play. Do you want to do motion controls now, or just
Can I try motion controls?
I'll try that for a little bit.
Wait, so are you actually aiming with...
I'm curious.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
What you'll find is when you initially do freed-off controls with a third-person game, you have some problems. So let me just get your reason there.
Isn't the Quest 3 screen amazing? So these were like a normal gamepad?
Yeah, I mean the Xbox controls are a bit opposite on there.
So if I restart, no I don't need to restart. So.
Yeah. So okay.
Oh yeah, that's working like, yeah.
Because you're in like the gamepad mode, so the drop down with control says gamepad,
right?
And then right controller, left controller, two hands, or head. So if you want to do,
it looks amazing.
It does good. So if you want to do motion, press both sticks in, let's go from the menu, and then go to input, which is.
Can I just use this little mouse here?
Yeah, and then press A.
This one?
Yeah, input. And then choose. Fresh out there, yeah? Yeah. Game.
Time.
Down a bit.
Experimental.
No. Game.
Yeah.
Until you see here, right control.
I was like driving this like fucking filthy
And then close it and see what it's like without it. And you'll see that it's a problem.
Okay, so that's moving the camera.
Yeah, it moves the camera around. So to solve that, what you do is you're going to attach the camera to the player.
Right.
So on the menu has to be fair. If it was not with both sticks, and then there's a new object on the side.
That one?
Yeah,
I live just down the road, Northampton. I didn't even know.
And then there's a common object.
Alex
And then acknowledge pawn.
Pardon? Excuse me?
Attach camera to either.
That one?
Yeah.
Ready to?
Yeah.
Oh.
Now,
I'm in her butt.
you're in a butt. So,
Just where you want to be, Peter.
so you could play kind of just in first person. So maybe move your way up to her head. So hold the right trigger down, and then use the sticks to fly up to her head.
Right, oh, big.
And then, then fly up to her head.
Oh yeah,
Kind of like put yourself
and then go
kind
right
of around her head.
just in front.
Yeah. Now what we're going to do, which no one else we've done, we're going to hide the player model. So to hide the player model, or open the menu back up.
Sorry.
Now you see components under here.
Yeah.
No.
He can't see where you're pointing.
Yeah, under the their component you got. So scroll down. These are this is everything that's attached to the player.
Right.
So,
How the hell you how
So
they
generally-
calculate all this?
so what you're looking for is something called skeletal mesh or something named like that. This stuff.
Yeah.
So you'll find
Skeletal mesh
character
component.
mesh, character mesh. There you
Okay.
go. And then
Click it.
and then click visible. Untick that.
Oh, visible.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
So
right.
she's
I
now-
think that hides her. Yeah. So get that out. Is she gone?
Oh, you're not on a
Yeah.
bot anymore.
So
Wow.
yeah, and enjoy.
Okay.
Oh, well.
What's this? Is
Okay.
Returnal, yeah.
I'm taking this home with me.
Are you aiming with your face with this one?
That
or
moves the menu.
the menu.
Yeah, that's that's my reticle now.
He's doing that, I think. Oh, have we added it? Is it still game?
No, he's not 3D off in it. No.
Oh yeah, you have to turn that on. Okay, so to turn that back on,
What's that?
the
You're
free
not-
of aiming.
Yeah, you're not aiming properly.
So open the menu, go to input,
Yeah.
and
Those sweet, sweet vibrations.
The value of that controller just increased dramatically.
should be alright. So I'll find it. Have you got a gun?
I can't see a gun in my hand, but I can see the reticle.
Oh, I think if
Presumably.
you get in the.
Oh, it's there, because
there it is.
I'm too far in front of her.
So you might want to make a new position,
Right.
that might be a bit more comfy, maybe a bit further down, like lower down. So just kind of lower yourself to the stick, right trigger and then right the stick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so just find like somewhere that you can see it.
at some point.
Try that.
Co-op's been added to like a year or so ago.
added to PlayStation.
I can see the gun now to my right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Well, that's sick.
So it's like you can customize it how you want. Like, do you want it to be over the shoulder? Do you want it to be in the mesh? Do you want
It's the PlayStation, like the game, the essential or premium or whatever. You can get it on there.
Yeah. So do you have the one that doesn't have a game library with it?
Because
Yeah,
The base-
you just
the
you
game
have
is
online.
that. And in his video, you can do it in his pack, and he's like, oh yeah, here you go.
Oh, yeah, this is
No,
superb. Yeah. This is Returnal in VR. Why did you keep going to photo mode?
Resting your
So
thumb.
the D-pad is a thumb rest, the right thumb rest, and the stick.
I think I'm touching it.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, I could do it.
So I can aim, can't I, now with my gun?
Yeah.
Oh, this is awesome.
It's only 3 dot though, it's not 6.
This is a lot better than Reshade.
Think of it as a Wii remote.
This feels more like a natural VR game now. See, why can't developers do this?
But they can.
Well, they can.
They He's a developer, he's done it.
I'm really excited now.
A lot of it comes down to
It's
time,
like to me,
desire.
I'm fucking fraud.
I'm more. Do you like it, GT? Because I know you like.
I like
You're
it.
not normally a fan of 3D, are you?
It's not 3D though, is it?
I know. That's what I'm saying.
You just need to license this out to
I
Epic.
do like 3D, I think VR is
That's
so,
what you need.
so much more superior. And then, when you play something like this, from this perspective, suddenly you're
Yeah,
like,
this
oh
is-
fuck.
Yeah, if somebody's making a huge game and they can just literally
But,
Be a dev,
but
though.
it
How
needs
can
to
you
be
do that?
simplified.
Yeah.
You can do that.
This is like the ultimate VR mod.
A decent budget.
And
Yeah.
some devs as well, they can use this to see what the game is like in VR without knowing anything about
Yeah.
learning all the VR plugins and
The
stuff.
potential.
You can try, see the potential. So I showed the fish.
Somebody
tank
want to try this?
MI,
Yes,
but-
please.
This is
Oh,
amazing.
do a native
Do you think this is how the hybrids would work?
So the thing is that it's really odd that we've got Returnal, Sackboy, and Sackboy is really great in VR. Like this just makes complete sense. So
It's kind of
it's odd, but then, and like if you had the project. it's like,
Hello.
Yeah.
The developers of Sackboy, they make
crap.
games for PS4.
Where are we going, guys?
Why is that not on PC?
Have you seen that guy who's
Are we
built,
going through here, you
Why is that
say?
game not on PC?
have you seen the guy who built the Star Wars pod racing in Dreams.
Yeah.
Holy shit! I was saying, that just needs a fucking VR mod and that'd be amazing.
It needs the power.
I think press and hold to open that.
Press and hold the reload button.
Oh, so now you've got the shotgun.
Yeah.
So if you press, I think, one of these buttons on this side, it will go back to the. It's just a tap. It's just
There's
a
been a
tap.
few things where I've done it.
What's there to open this door?
I don't think you can open it.
I don't think you can go that way.
GT7 was one of those.
So I don't think I turned on room scale movements as well.
Has anybody been brave enough to try Mortal Kombat?
I have Mortal Kombat 1. It's got like a bunch of performance issues.
Okay.
So, I didn't give it much. I was like, well, I'll come back.
I just like the idea of having my head.
Well, you got 59.
I mean, it loaded. I really like fighting games in VR, like I'm playing Guilty Gear and Grand Blue. And there's a new Grand Blue fantasy game coming out in January, and it's free to play. And I was playing non-gaming stuff, so architectural visualization projects, industrial training. One of the guys, Alex Coulon, he has a business for like motion capture performances. That
I love the sound as well.
He actually sent me tickets for the Christmas
Can you
Carol
come in?
one as well. But there's anything Unreal Engine this time of VR. So
Yeah.
even the Unreal Engine editor works.
Oh.
Okay, because in the editor though, it's quite simple just to get it in VR anyway, isn't it? Like,
Yeah, they have some VR tools, but like the entire actual thing is just VR.
That's pretty cool.
It turns these off a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, just take it.
No, I'm
Yeah, quiz. So I don't know if anyone wants to try some more like top-down games. So.
But by the time I found out it didn't work, it was out of warranty.
So I do hope I don't do the opposite.
Scan will take it back.
Put even more pressure on him, and he's like, oh, I'm just gonna.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's a good point, to be fair.
It's quite satisfying to see someone else has the same reaction.
As you said, a mythical character.
Because I was just cackling away.
You don't really know that you can't gauge how he's feeling all the time.
Yeah, and because
But in a good way.
after racing Resident Evil, I think he also would probably have preferred to do it similar to this, where getting everything perfect and then releasing it, because he's had to maintain it, and like the amount of support to do in the Resident Evil channel is always reading it, and even if he's not posting it, he's reading everything.
Things will never be
Yeah,
perfect.
look, I've noticed that before. Yeah, slightly technical.
Like I said, things will never be.
You have to sing the theme tune, Mike.
Hey?
You have to sing the theme tune. Do 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 do
It wasn't too
do.
bad actually taking this stuff up, it was just a bit hairy with the PC.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
My god, shut that dude, he looks this way!
Everybody else is playing.
Game with the best facial capture, which is really uncanny, are the Dark Anthology games like The Quarry.
That's
Oh,
what
yeah.
I was looking, yeah. I saw the Quarry was on the list and the Devil...
Inside Me and stuff like that. Those are really good. Like it's crazy the detail of the face.
So they're all unreal.
Are they all not Unreal then?
Yeah, all unreal.
I was like, it wasn't on the list, it was just the Devil within me, and I was like, what about...
Well, I've only tried one of them, so and The Quarry, but I kind of assume they're all going to be the same.
Yeah, so I saw those two were on the list, but then the other Dark Pictures ones weren't.
Yeah. I was like, I'm going to assume they're all the same.
Alex, how do you snap turn?
Oh, so it's a snap turn.
I'm wondering.
Input, and then snap turn, and then you can change the angle.
Emulate.
45 decent, yeah.
Yeah, and then close the menu and you're snapping.
Perfect.
Do you want room scale as well? There's an option for that.
I'm fine understanding this is all good. I mean, if it's just a tick box, let's
Yeah,
not
it's a
start.
tick box. It's a tick box. So I think it's in. Scroll down to the bottom of that menu with the right stick.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh, you've got it on. You've got it on.
Oh, nice one, thank you.
So now you can walk around a little bit as well.
Yeah. So if you like, you get the whole hall, you can do that. Turn around. And walk. So it just controls the player. Yeah, some games like The Quarry are really quite like surreal.
Yeah.
So it will delete all the characters around you and like darken the outside.
Yeah.
It's like a spotlight on the main character. Yeah, it's really. Yeah.
Does that
I
help?
own it, but I've never
Walk really slowly. Do you ever walk
Yeah,
really
you
slowly?
press the left
If
stick to
you
run.
click the stick in, then he
Oh, I
will-
don't want to run. I'm happy walking, like, but
It's slow, yeah. Robocop.
It is, yes.
no. But do you guys deliberately walk slowly through, or just pretend like you're actually there?
Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah.
This feels like a real place, man. This is crazy.
Mm.
Yeah.
Are you going to have a list of potential games so that people know what's coming up and what to look out for?
I'm part in a few play tests, and my wish list is. I mean, the annoying thing about Steam is there's no Unreal Engine filter. So then I use like Twitter or SteamDB or news articles. Sometimes they mention it in their descriptions.
Alex,
yeah.
I know that like not many people would want to do that, but like, is there a way to like increase resolution, or is it
not more resolution?
I just want to test
So
it.
you can go to the game settings.
Right, in actual game settings.
No, in the UEVR as well.
Yeah.
But if we're going to up the res, you're going to need a buffer, right? Performance. So on runtime, you have to be a bit careful you don't crash it. So we're on 2,800 by 3,000. You can increase that, but I wouldn't do it right now. So I'd go into the actual game. So go into the game settings and turn down some settings, and you can up the res.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to make some tutorial stuff and go through, because there's loads of like quirks. Like some games will only work with controls if an Xbox controller is plugged in. Some things do weird things like HDR.
Yeah, that's all going to be in them cards though, isn't it? The cards of tail. Yeah, that's a good idea, that is. I'm curious how you've got the controllers working, because
well, it's just so whenever I start a game, I always enable Steam input. That seems to help.
So is that like emulating the gamepad anyway?
It's just like passing through Xbox controllers.
Yeah.
Like the default layout.
Yeah, that's how Vortex works when they use the motion things as well.
So the only problem comes when there's no gamepad support and it's only keyboard and mouse.
Yeah.
There's some games I can just play in keyboard and mouse. It's completely fine.
Yeah.
Like some first-person shooter games, which I don't understand how developers don't just make a Xbox support.
Yeah.
And it's so quick and easy to do.
I can't mouse over anymore.
It really works.
It's good. It's so cool.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
Anything else you want?
Good.
If you're into VR gaming, go and subscribe to Paradise Decay. He's the OGs of VR gaming, okay?
Funny, as I was walking from the train station, I bumped into Paradise Decay, who obviously mods our streams regularly and is like, a huge part of the community. And Dr. Oculus, they were kind of lost walking around, and I went up to approach him, and Paradise Decay thought I was going to mug him or something, but I actually just went and just gave him a big hug. So all right, let's go, boys. Let's make the magic happen.
So you tried to salvage it?
Nathan, if you want, I can hide your nameplate.
Why?
Then people can't see how bad you are.
Someone called a fire brigade. Nathan's on fire. He just got roasted by PD.
Might want to break there, Mike.
Why is PD going the wrong way around the track?
Shits and giggles.
That's awesome. His eyes are sorted now.
Yeah, I gotta say, his eyes have been fixed. He should be alright now. His eyes have been fixed.
Oh yeah, you're in. Okay.
Whoa, there he is.
Jesus Christ.
Off track. PD, I was dead. You were running around for me like, Steve, where are you? That's why it was perfect. He didn't even know he could kill people.
Hey, we're not friends anymore, PD. It's over, man. It's over.
PD's sitting there playing the fool. He's like, how do I get rid of the map? What's going on?
Yeah, he totally was doing that. I was totally thrown off by that.
What a blissful life to be looking for Steve.